Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching episode 11 of the Wilderness Series on Wastelands. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, we have good things in store for us today, just like this brand new trailer that we just purchased. Oh my goodness. We had to go ahead and take a couple loads of wood off to make enough to earn this guy, but I tell you what, so far it's been paying off quite a bit. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is the reason for that? Well, in this trailer, or I should say this bunker silo over here, we have over 200,000 liters of silage. On top of that, we have a lot of grain that we're going to be making here, growing here, whatever you want to say. We are going to have to make a lot of trips back and forth. So I thought, you know what, it was time to go ahead and pull the trigger. We kind of talked about it, we hemmed, we hawed, but ultimately it was time to go ahead and do it. Now, what trailer is this? This is the Lizard semi-trailer with a capacity of 58,000 liters, and we bought it for $82,000. So that so far has been a good purchase on our part. And you know, another thing is we will be having this field over here as well. It may be beneficial, instead of taking our smaller dump truck type vehicle and taking that back and forth tons and tons of times, it might make more sense for us to take one large trip at once, or maybe 2 trips instead of 10. So, with that being said, you might be telling yourself, what is going on here? Am I seeing double? Is this a bizarro mirror world? Nope. We ended up getting ourselves a second semi-truck. It is a beaut, I tell you what. I was talking about it, but I decided, you know what, it's time. And we did change the coloration on it just a hair. We have a yellow tank and yellow rims, where our older one here has a black tank and black rims, just so we can kind of keep them apart for maintenance purposes. And I don't know about you guys, but I, for some reason, tend to mentally think that, you know what, this truck is for pulling our wood, and that truck over there is for doing everything else. I don't know. I like to go ahead and think about things that way. Oh, man. So we've been out here. We've been busy rocking and rolling with our cutting down our trees of our new little forestry area. I tell you what, that thing over here, it's been taking a little bit of getting used to. It definitely has been taking some getting used to, because it does not quite work like the Scorpion. But it does what I needed to do. I had a couple of these instances here where I was actually going ahead and cutting the trees kind of at a weird angle. I was attacking the trees from the side here and then cutting them. It just wasn't working out. I found out the best course of action to make that harvester work best for us is drive up the hill, cut the tree, drive back down the hill. And like I said, that seems to work out best for us when it comes to doing this. I did bring the Unreal. So, in other words, we have to think really hard about how we're going to go about cutting this stuff down. Ultimately, like I said, if I drive up the hill and cut things and then come back down, it seems like that's going to work out the best. Now, another thing that we're going to want to keep our eyes open for here is the price of our stone at our quarry is going up. Currently, the price is about $250 per 1,000 liters, and if you remember from last time, it does end up maxing out around $300 per 1,000 liters. So we're going to keep our eyes on that. Hopefully we can do enough good around here with our cutting down trees and selling it off to be able to purchase something so that we can mine out of there a little bit more efficiency, or a little bit more efficiently. And our loader over there may come into play with that. Or I shouldn't say our loader, but our wagon, our brand new trailer should come in play with all of that. Now, one thing that does kind of stink about this area over here is we are, even though it's daytime, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it should be nice and light. Because of all of the trees in the way, oh man, I've been having problems with this recently. This has not been working out as slick. I've been getting trees stuck in it. Man, I do what I can. I'm doing what I can, but you know, like I was saying, because even though it is 8 o'clock in the morning, it's still kind of dark over here because of all the trees blocking the sunlight coming up over the mountain. We do what we can. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it'll do. It'll do for what we got going on here. Oh man. Yikes. So let's go ahead. We'll keep rocking and rolling with this. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna earn ourselves a little bit more cash here before we get ourselves set and ready to go. But one of the things I'd like to get taken care of today at this point is to go ahead and, at least at a minimum, plow our field over there. Probably go ahead and seed out our other two fields that we got. Our starter field and that sickly liver field. We want to at least get those seeded out. As for what we're going to go and do in there right now, oopsie doodle. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked at prices of anything in a little bit. Oh my gosh. You know, one purchase I'm thinking we may end up having to make. This wasn't an initial thought process of mine, but now working over here on the hills, this particular unwheeled loader, actually has a weight that goes with it. We may end up investing in that Big Bherr weight, just because I don't know if it's just being over here or what it is, but I am starting to have a lot of struggles trying to keep this thing balanced. So we'll keep rocking and rolling on this. We'll see what we can do. I'm not sure how this is all going to pan out, but we're just going to keep racking in the dough, because after all, this area over here is our personal ATM. Oh boy. And at the moment, I'm getting my butt kicked. Oh boy. Well, everyone, we did it. We pulled the trigger, and we ended up getting the weight for the rear of the Big Bherr. Oh boy, I tell you what, I already feel the need for speed, the precision, the balance. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely intense. I wish you could feel it. Oh my goodness. It is something absolutely grand. Let's go ahead and dump this in here. So I figured out part of my problem that I was having. I actually had this trailer parked like right here along like this just this little tiny dip right here, and I was actually driving over the edge of that little lip and then trying to put stuff on. So that was part of my issue. The other thing that I found out, and this was entirely on accident, so I went up here like this to go ahead and smash this thing back, get it out of the way. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Oh my goodness. Now we are a force to be reckoned with. I am just super stoked. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. I absolutely love it. Oh man. I gotta let go of that. There we go. So I did, like I said, I did end up going ahead and buying it. I took our other tractor, or not other tractor, our other truck, that guy over there, the you know, the yellow one over there, that one. We took that one into town and grabbed it. When I was there, ooh, the salesperson, they were talking my ear off, really trying to get me to buy a couple more things. I fought the urge. Guys. You'd be impressed. You'd be very impressed. But one little thing that I did learn is while I was in there, because I'm not opposed to any good gossip or anything like that. I'm not going to turn it down. Rumor has it that there have been a couple people snooping around town again. I first of all, I asked, is it that angry place? Are they back? Are they trying to bother you? Are they trying to bother me? No, it wasn't them. It was somebody completely different. It was people from the power company that we got out here, just checking the infrastructure, seeing how things are going. And they were asking, is there anybody who has some land that they're at least willing to sell? And of course, the salesperson down at the shop mentioned my name by chance, and well, I guess supposedly I'm going to get a phone call or something like that in the near future about something. Now, I'm not entirely sure what their plan is or anything like that. I just know that they were in town talking about that, kind of doing surveys about seeing how their electrical grid is handling things, doing some tests, little bits and pieces. I know they want to do some improvements, but we'll go ahead and see what type of improvements or whatnot are going to be happening. So that's kind of it. I just wanted to let you know. I want to show off. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Whew. I tell you what. The balance is uncanny. The news is great. I am loving it. Now all we need to have happen is the price of our stone at our mill, or I should say our quarry, needs to absolutely skyrocket, and then the world will be our oyster. Whew. I can't wait. But until that point, guys, I'm going to keep on rocking and rolling with this. Pretty much just cashing in at the ATM, because like I said, I still want to go ahead. Oh man, there's just stuff we got to buy. There is stuff we got to buy. I want to get stuff for the mill, or for the mine. I want to get stuff for the farm. There's just stuff. There is just stuff. So until that time, guys, like I said, I'm going to keep rocking and rolling with this and see what I can get accomplished. Welcome back, everyone. How the heck are you doing? Well, on my last load into town with our logs, I was talking to one of the guys. I decided to stop in at the restaurant and have a little bite to eat. And I was talking to one of the guys in there and saying, yeah, you know what, I gotta get out. I gotta plow my field and get myself rocking and rolling and all sorts of stuff like that. And he had asked me, oh, okay, cool. How often do you go ahead and plow? I'm like, well, geez, I plow every single time. Every single time I go ahead and plow my fields, make them nice and neat, and just give it a good old rip-roaring time. Oh man, good times, good times ripping up the land. And he had mentioned to me that I don't really have to plow every single time. I can get one of these things called a cultivator, like this guy right here. So I walked on down to the shop and said, hey, I've been told you guys have these things called cultivators, like that one. And I had asked him, how much would it cost? He said, oh, they're not too expensive. But you got to be able to have a tractor that can go ahead and pull it. Well, I decided to wheel and deal, and I bought myself a lizard cultivator. Oh my gosh, the Lizard Cut 15. Holy cow, cut with a K. cut with a K15, as of course we got it in yellow. And, you know, I tell you what, it's working out pretty darn slick. Pretty darn slick. Now, from what I understand now, instead of going ahead and plowing every single time, that guy I was talking to, an older gentleman, was telling me, you know, you could probably get away with plowing like every 3 times out in your fields. You'd probably be good. So I think we may end up looking into that. The only issue I'm running into is it's kind of a little, it's doing okay, but it's kind of a little squirrely. It's almost a little, I don't know, it's a little too heavy for this back end of this tractor. So I'm not, I mean, we're all squirrely. We're all over the map here. I mean, my goodness. Actually, you know what? I tell you what. I got an idea. Ooh. Let's see. Ouch. Ooh, hit my thumb. Gosh, I did it all. Well, guys, with a little bit of sweat and maybe even a little bit of bleeding, I made ourselves a front weight from some of the little bits and pieces we had around here on the farm. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, ultimately, I think it's turned out pretty slick. I think we'll go ahead and hook it up to our tractor right now. Oh man, I tell you what, that's gonna work out awfully slick. I'm gonna like that. Let's actually pick that up, or turn the tractor on here first. Let's go ahead and pick that up right now, and throw it on the front of this thing. Because I mean, yeah, you can even kind of see it's kind of turning a little squirrely here, but this front weight should definitely help. All right, let's come up here. Perfect. Oh yeah, it looks and fits just like a charm. I think this is definitely going to end up working out in the long run. So let's get out here kind of roughly where we left off. Oh, I'm dropping the weight. We don't want to do that. There we go. Oh my goodness. Let's see how it handles once we get up around this corner up here. I think it'll turn out pretty darn slick. Oh yeah, you might not be able to see it or feel it, guys, but you just, oh my gosh. It's like a kitten is purring on your lap. Oh my gosh, it's great. It's absolutely great. I love it. It's working out nice and slick. Which kind of makes me think. I kind of got an idea here, guys. I got 2 ideas. One of the ideas is I'd like to try and get a path from up by our barn area down through here and around to our new field area. The problem is this right here. This is kind of low. I mean, it's all... Jeez, got my boots wet. Gosh darn it all. That's a little low. Now, I almost got a tractor stuck right in here before. Thank goodness I was able to get stuff out, but I almost got something stuck. So what I think I'd like to do is kind of level this out and, you know, fill that in a little bit. Mumbling a little bit because, you know, I don't know who's listening in. I mean, there could be somebody up over there. I don't know who's listening in. Especially like those utilities people are wandering around. I don't know where they're actually at right now. But we may have to have a cooperative deviating niner little mission at some point. We'll worry about that later. You guys are on a need-to-know basis, and right now, you need to know we got to get this field cultivated. Yeah, all right, yep, that's it. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get this field cultivated. I'm going to just we've taxed out the ATM out there for a little bit, giving everything a break. I am going to get some of this stuff taken care of. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to plowing that field over there, because I do know I have to plow the field that doesn't exist. I got to tear it up, give it a good rip, get her going to begin with. And then after that, I was looking at probably getting something happening over there, but I'm not sure. And actually, even with all these two fields we have right here, this beginning field and the sickly liver field, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to plant next. I kind of have an idea, but I'm not sure if it's going to make a lot of sense moving forward, to be honest with you. So I'm going to keep that one under my hat until I really figure out what I'm going to end up doing here. But I guess what we can go ahead and do is, yeah, we'll just keep rocking and rolling with this. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I guess I'm going to catch up with you guys in a little while. All right, everyone. The time has come. We have made another purchase, and I am hoping that this purchase will help us pay off tenfold. At least that's my goal. I'm really hoping. So, the stone that we have at our quarry is up to about $287 per 1,000 liters. So it was time to go ahead and make a purchase, and we bought ourselves a larger wheeled loader. And would you look at this? There she is, just in all of her glory. Make sure that's down. Okay. We got ourselves a Big Bherr 538. Ooh, with a bucket. I think it's the lizard bucket, to be honest with you. Lizard bucket that has a 6,500 liter capacity. So, we're going to go ahead and give this little bad boy a shot. And hopefully we can tap into the money resources at our mine while the iron is hot. So that it's kind of where we're sitting here, you know. It's something we kind of talked about, you know. Let's go ahead, let's get something to make a little bit more money off that. We ended up getting that. Oops, pick that up. We ended up getting that semi-trailer. Now the semi-trailer wasn't necessarily just for this, but it definitely helps. That is for sure. It definitely helps. Pick that up. Lock that into place. Perfect. Now we're off. So the semi-trailer we actually have parked over at the quarry as of right now. And we're going to get this bad mamma jam over here. Now, it should, if my math is correct, our little 20,000 liter box truck, or whatever you want to call it, and our little Big Bherr, it should fill up with this guy and the large semi-trailer in about the same amount of scoops in the same amount of time. So last time we were getting just a hair under $5,000 per load, and we got up to about $5,000 per load once the price kind of topped out at $300 per 1,000 liters. So, oh man, we're going to be making a bunch of cash. Each load should be bringing in roughly a little under $15,000, maybe right about $15,000. So that's pretty neat. Now this little bad mamma jamma that we got here ended up costing us, I think it was $126,000 if I remember correctly, and the front loader bucket I think was only like $1,600. It wasn't very much. So with this particular setup, yes, it's going to take us a couple trips to be able to pay everything off. But, oh boy, that was a bit iffy. But I do have a couple other ideas that I'd like to have us do and utilize in the future. So this is really going to help us out a ton. And, you know, on the more positive side of things, or the ultimate way that I'm kind of thinking about this, is now our little Big Bherr is going to be freed up to do loading of the trailers for the wood pretty much full time. Maybe coming back. Come on now. There we go. Maybe every once in a while coming back to the main farm to unload some stuff for us, but that's about it. And we won't have to keep hauling this guy back over here. Oh, got the wrong vehicle. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Now I'm in it. Now I'm in it to win it. So, that was close. That was close. Now we gotta. I'm probably gonna baby this thing for a little while, considering it's brand new to us. Turn this thing off. Sorry about that. But it should work out pretty slick. It really should work out pretty slick. Now, I may have to reconfigure how all this stuff is sitting, but it should work out pretty darn slick. Oh my goodness. Just like that. Let's see. Oh, she's a thing of beauty. Now, one thing that I have noticed with this guy here, just in this couple seconds, is it does seem to be a little top heavy, and we are maybe scraping the paint on the trailer just a hair. But overall, like I said, this is going to be a net positive for us, because it's going to allow us to, I mean, oh man, 3 loads, or I should say 4 scoops, and we're already at a point where we're over the amount that we were doing with the little Big Bherr. So I mean, this is. Oh man, that part's not too cool. Maybe we can work on getting like a little ramp or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure something out, because I don't like that we're continuing to hit that trailer. But oh man, this is super cool. This is super cool. We're gonna make so much money. Well, at least I hope we make a ton of money. Otherwise, that was all kind of for naught. We did end up getting one other thing. It's for back at the farm, and I'll show you guys that in a little while, but we're just going to keep on rocking and rolling with this. So we did end up getting our other field all plowed out. It looks good. It looks grand. It's awfully nice, and I think we're going to end up... Oh, geez, I was trying to think, what do we want to go ahead and plant? Right now, corn prices are looking pretty darn good. I don't have a corn header, though. One thing that I was kind of looking at is, right now, wheat prices are actually really, really low. So that might be a potential of something we'll do in our fields. I really don't know. But that's something we definitely want to look into is... what do we want to go ahead and plant? I'm thinking we may do a combination of oats and wheat, but to be honest with you, I just don't know. So what I think I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to continue filling this up, and then I will let you guys know what we do for selling this, or at least I'll bring you back in here when we go ahead to make a sale, so we can really see how much we're going to get per load. Now, for granted, like I said, we're not quite up to the $300 per 1,000 liter mark. I think last I looked it was $287, but either way, that's not all that bad. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead, I'll get this thing loaded up, and I'll probably meet you back in town where we're going to make a sale. Alright, so we have ourselves a full load, and we are going to probably have to turn this thing around, to be honest with you, because it tips on the left-hand side. So we'll see what we can do. Now, I'm really kind of curious to see where we're at. I did do a quick little double check, and the price is up to $289 per 1,000 liters. So, we should be making a fairly good chunk of change on this, but we shall see. No, I'm sorry. It does it on the right side. Goodness gracious. The tarp is on the left side, or the cover. Oh my gosh. This is going downhill real quick. So, one of the things that I was thinking about doing, since I got a lot of work here I'm going to be doing with the quarry for the time being, while the price is really good, I was thinking about going ahead and asking around. A couple days ago, one of the townsfolk actually asked me, "Hey, I got my son. If you need any help out there, maybe go ahead. And my son's looking for some work. If you need a hand, let me know." Oh, just about $17,000. So that's great. That is absolutely great. That's better than I thought we were going to get. I'm not sure we just hit there, but so what I think I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to talk to that guy, because his kid's name was Arnold. And I think I may actually go ahead and talk to him. I'm going to get another load taken care of, but I think I'm going to actually see if Arnold wants to come out and help a little bit here, get some stuff seeded. I guess he's kind of handy. So maybe that might not be a bad idea. Get a little extra help out on the farm, at least for right now, while I am doing my mining. While I'm mining the stone out of the quarry. That might not be a bad idea, just so we can keep stuff rocking and rolling. Because like I said that's our set it and forget it type stuff. We just want to get that in the ground and then worry about everything else. And I'm not going to be able to worry about everything else right now, because right now the thing I have to worry about is the quarry. So I tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to get another load in. I'm going to go see if I can hunt down Arnold and see if he can give me a hand out in the fields. I think I'll probably just start him off with a little bit of seeding, and we'll kind of go from there. And we'll just kind of check it out. We'll see how Arnold's doing. But for right now, guys, I gotta strike while the iron is hot, and the iron is hot right now. So guys, what you're looking at right here is our new purchase, and this new purchase is the 82's fertilizer and lime spreader. It doesn't have an incredibly large spreading distance, throwing distance, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't throw very wide, but I could go ahead and upgrade that if I want to. I'm just not sure if I do or don't as of this moment. So what I'm going to do right now is I did talk to Arnold, and he's here, and we're going to have Arnold go ahead and give that a shot and see how it works out. And that'll free things up for me. Yeah, so I mean, that thing, like I said, we can go ahead and upgrade that in the future. But for right now, just to get ourselves going, that'll work out just fine. Now, what I did here is I did go ahead and lime this field over here. I went and did the soil sampling on it, so it's looking pretty good. It's going to work out just slick, and it's a nice sized field. I think it's about the same size, maybe just a hair bigger than our sickly liver field that's over there. And what I decided to do was, you know what, I had to lime this field. Let's just go ahead and lime them all. That way they're all kind of on the same page. And I can just get out here and just lime everything at once. I know I was told that I really just need to lime once every 3 harvests. But I think what I'm going to end up doing, just so I don't end up using as much. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I think I'm going to do it every 2. It doesn't seem like a terrible idea because I'll be doing that every 2. I'll have to plow every 3 times, cultivate every 4 times 3, and oh boy, this just kind of hurts my head a little bit. Gosh darn it. Oh, man, there's a lot more to this farming stuff. I tell you what, I honestly, when I came out here, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. You know, dig up the ground a little bit, throw some seed down, sit back, chill, relax, and watch my crops grow. Oh boy, was I wrong. I was wrong. I mean, jeepers. I tell you what, this does explain a lot, though. See, now, when I was a little kid, I had a lot of good times with Grandpa. He was already kind of old, but, geez, he could still just whoop me in a race up until just before he passed away. I kind of understand why. He was in great physical shape. He was always going. He was always doing stuff. Ah, man. And now we're giving Arnold a chance. Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. I like this stuff. Alright, well, I think Arnold has that under control. It's time to go back and keep on mining, because I tell you what, we're making some pretty darn good cash. In the amount of time it took us to take I think it only took 2 trailer loads up right now. That's $30,000 we made. That would have been 6 of this guy. 6 loads from this. 6 loads from this. Unreal. Unreal. We got it done so fast. Well, Arnold, no, you're not done. All right. Well, guys, tell you what. Let me go talk to Arnold. Let me get Arnold on the right page. And I'm not sure, but I'll catch up with you guys a little later on. Arnold, this is not done. Come on. The whole field has to get white. I'm not sure what you're doing. Come on. All right, everyone. We are still going strong with our mining here. The price is still going up on our stone here. It is right about $300 per 100,000 liters. So, not 100,000 per 1,000 liters. So we're probably getting close to the max price. But I wanted to bring you in here because we have been doing this for a little bit now. And with this load that we're going to be bringing in right now, we will have paid for the Big Bherr. The Big Bherr. Oh, man. The Big Bherr will have been paid for in one sitting. Now, that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to jump in and get a little bit bigger piece of equipment because, man, I tell you what, in just a very short period of time, we've been able to rack up, well, when we get this paid for, about $136,000 in relatively short time. Now, one thing I was trying to think about as I'm driving back and forth to town, this forested area here, that's still all of our land right there. I know there's a bunch of trees. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to do something right there, or if I want to do something else, but I kind of got an idea. Maybe a little endeavor that we'd like to dabble in. I'm not sure. Really, I'm not sure, but when I was thinking about that, I was trying to figure out in my mind, what pays more? Doing the stone here, or is it doing the trees? Honestly, that's kind of a tough question, because when you're going ahead and you're doing the mining like we are, you're able to make money faster. It might not be a greater amount of money, but you are making money at a faster pace because you're filling up this faster. You're able to drive it in, sell it faster. than you are the wood. Because for the wood, the trees, you got to go ahead and cut the trees down, put them off to the side, stack them up nice and neat, grab the little bear, drive out there, pick them up, put them on the back of a trailer, and bring them in. As this, you get your Big Bherr. There we go. $17,386. Now, once that gets to $17,400, the price will be at $300 per 1,000 liters. So that's one thing I've been kind of keeping my eye on. But like I said, with that load right there, we have just paid for the Big Bherr. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. Goldilocks has nothing on us, that is for sure. Ooh. Ah, yeah. So, yeah, with doing the forestry stuff, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what makes us the most amount of money. Obviously, the forestry, I mean, it's not a limitless supply. We may end up having to look at planting trees here at some point to kind of make up for what we're cutting down. But I'm not sure if we're to that point yet. So where are we at on the farm? We'll head on up over this way. Helper. It looks like Arnold might be done with doing the second field here. Now, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'm not gonna be having Arnold come over and do stuff for me all the time. This was one of those instances where I just wanted to strike while the iron was hot. Get some help out here so we can get stuff planted and rocking and rolling. You know, honestly, if this would have come at a different time, like not when we're into planting, but if we're just out there letting our crops grow, well, heck, I wouldn't even have worried about that. But in order to make things a go, we had to do it. We had to get a little help. So, yeah, he's doing a pretty good job out there. We decided... Oops, sorry about that. We decided that we were going to plant soybeans in one of our other fields. So that's what's going on over there. And not in the... Well, I tell you what, guys. Give me just a second, and I will meet you guys at the farm so we can see what's going on. Whew. Whew. Ah, man. Jeez, you'd think with all these vehicles I got here, I wouldn't have ran the whole way, but, well, okay, so here's what we got going on. We have this field over here. We have our wheat planted in there. Nitrogen level's bad. We'll take care of that in a little while. And I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and plant some soybeans out here. Why not? Let's do it upright. Let's plant some soybeans. Let's make the magic happen. I figure, why not? Prices were actually dropping on soybeans right now, so I'm hoping by the time they are ready to plant, they'll start, or I should say by the time they're ready to be picked, everything will be ready to rock and roll. Now, Arnold, this is not right here. I'll get you set back up, Arnold, and there you go. Get yourself rocking and rolling. Perfect. All right, now as for our field over there, I'm still not 100% sure what we're going to go and plant. I'm thinking it may end up being... it might end up being soybeans. There's a crop that I want to plant coming up here. I want to look at doing corn. I remember some of the pictures I seen from Grandpa, and he had a couple cornfields. So I'd like to really do some corn as kind of like a salute to Grandpa. But I think if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it upright. And I'm going to just plant it all corn. Oh, man. But there's a couple problems we have with that. One of the problems we have is that I don't have a corn header, I think is what it's called. Because this is like a grain header cutter thingy. And I guess there's a special one from corn. It looks like kind of like this, but with ice cream cones sticking out the end. I don't know how to describe it. Just like ice cream cones sticking out. So we'd end up having to get one of those, and my seeder that we're using over here does not have the capability of planting corn, so we may have to look at getting something else. Yeah, but that's obviously not going to be right now. That's for the future. And yeah, we'll just keep letting Arnold rock and roll. I'm gonna head back over to the mine here and keep on going with what I'm doing, because while we have the opportunity to have good prices and everything, I want to go ahead and rock and roll. I want to go ahead and keep on getting that stone out of our quarry, because if you remember last time, it was almost instantly the price just dropped like a stone. Oh boy. All right, everyone, we are back on the farm doing a little fertilization, and it is good, it is great, and it is grand. For some reason over there, my new field was not allowing me to put down any fertilizer. I'm not sure. The computer was glitchy. I don't know. It's just this. I don't know. I'm not too sure. This technology that is being used when it comes to farming sometimes has me a little baffled. I don't fully understand all of that. I mean, it really is just, to me, put the seeds in the ground and let them grow. But, well, we're trying. We are trying, and that's all I can do for now. So it is what it is. Maybe I'll take my computers and stuff in and, I don't know, maybe run a diagnostic. That seems to be something that people do. Oh, man. So I sent Arnold back home. And I tell you what, he's a very kind kid, but I tell you what, he kind of got me with a good one. He was wondering where my house was, and I, said, hey, I haven't gotten around to it yet. There's been a lot of other developments on the farm that we decided we really wanted to make here, and I just told him I've been taking a little bit of straw and putting up in the barn and kind of curling up in a little ball and sleeping in the barn, and the darn kid he laughed at me. He didn't, and he was trying to be polite about it too. That was the funny part. He just did one of those, and then bit his lip right away because he didn't want to seem rude. But I tell you what, the kid had a point. And right after, I sent him on his merry little way back home. And I tell you what, he did a great job, by the way. Did a great job taking care of this for us. Definitely want to have him back. But right after I sent him on his way, I made a couple phone calls and got a couple different prices for some houses to be built. And somebody will be coming out tomorrow to at least start construction on the house. I don't know how long it's going to take them. From what I understand, though, these people are pretty fast. They've built a lot of houses. They're, I wouldn't say world renowned. That's kind of a bit iffy of a title, but they are renowned for being able to build houses in incredible speeds. I mean, like lightning speeds. I mean, that's probably why they call themselves Lightning Construction. I don't get it. They like to tell a story that, yeah, one of the guys got struck by lightning. They really didn't. Never happened. It's just because they're fast. So, yeah, we will be getting a house soon. Another little tidbit of good news. Oh, shoot, I turned that off. I'm out. No, I didn't turn it off. I'm out. Gosh darn it all. Well, I'll have to go into town to get some more. But, couple other little tidbits of news. The price on our stone in the quarry, last time I checked was sitting at, what was it, $304 per 1,000 liters, with the price still climbing. But I wanted to get over here and take care of some of this here. Send Arnold on his way, let him know he did a good job. But so yeah, so that's where we're kind of at right now. Oh man, we're gonna have to go back over there and mine some more. I can't just let that sit. It's too good of an offer. So what I'll end up doing here, guys, I'm gonna run back over to my truck, and I'll go into town and grab some more fertilizer so we can get stuff fertilized. I'm going to end up spraying the herbicide on it right away. That seems to work out really slick. And come tomorrow, we will start getting our house built back over in here, overlooking the lake. Oh my gosh, it's going to be great. And I'm thinking, there's a couple things I want to get pretty quick here. I can't just keep leaving everything out here. I can't keep leaving stuff over there. Oh, man. I just got a lot of stuff I got to get going on. I can't drag my feet any longer. Things have to start happening for sure. And until we get to that point, guys, I'd like to say, hey, if you're liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and just smash that like button. Oh, make it feel the hurt. Go ahead and hit that subscription. It really, really helps the channel out. And make sure you go ahead and turn the notification bell on and have it turned to all so you know when LockNutz is going to be on with the next episode of the Wilderness Series on Wastelands. Plus anything else, FS22 related. Like, who wants to watch that? Oh, man. Go ahead and share this video with somebody that you like, somebody that you hate, or somebody that you think would be very interested in this. Go ahead, do it. I dare ya. Oh, man. I tell you what, I got to get myself back over there so I can get some more liquid fertilizer. And until that point, guys, thanks for stopping by.